This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The Rolex Datejust is a timeless classic, and it is no surprise you are considering adding one to your collection. It is often the initial and sometimes the sole luxury timepiece individuals purchase. Deciding on the right one for yourself can be challenging. It is crucial to assess how the Rolex Datejust watch compares to competitors like Cartier, IWC, Grand Seiko, and other Rolex models. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we have compiled the most vital factors to consider before you buy a Rolex Datejust. If you have yet to subscribe to our channel, we highly recommend doing so now to stay informed about our future video releases. Consider the important timelines and enhancements. Let us quickly delve into the critical milestones in the evolution of Datejust, enabling you to discern which era of the Datejust timeline resonates with you the most. In 1945, Rolex marked its 40th anniversary by introducing the Datejust. These initial models were housed in 36mm cases made of solid gold. Although taken for granted today, the Datejust was revolutionary as the first automatic watch featuring a date window that automatically changed at midnight. Additionally, it was the pioneer in using the Jubilee bracelet, known for its comfortable and sophisticated 5-link construction. Moving into the 1950s, Rolex expanded its offerings by introducing steel and two-tone models, specifically the references 5030 and 5031. By 1957, the term Datejust started appearing on the dial. The 1960s and 70s saw the emergence of 4-digit references that laid the groundwork for vintage Datejust collecting: the 1600 with a smooth bezel, the 1601 with a fluted bezel, and the reference 16603 with an engine-turned bezel. In the 1970s, Rolex introduced the caliber 3035, featuring a quick set date function. This improvement addressed the inconvenience of manually resetting the date on earlier Datejust models. In 1988, Rolex replaced the previous acrylic crystals with more robust sapphire crystals, enhancing scratch resistance. The late 90s and early 2000s witnessed a shift from tritium to luminova and then to superluminova in Rolex's luminescent material. A significant development occurred in 2009 when Rolex unveiled the 41mm Datejust 2, catering to those inclined towards larger watches. Although the Datejust 2 had a limited production run, it was later revived in 2016 as the Datejust 41, a name that persists today. Pricing and popularity. Several factors influence the pricing of Datejust watches. Size is a significant factor, with the Datejust 41 being a larger watch and commanding a higher price. The case material is another logical consideration, as models with precious metal options typically fetch higher prices compared to standard steel models. Furthermore, possessing the watch's box and paper adds value, a fact that is confirmed. Regarding dials, certain designs that become fan favorites can significantly impact prices. For instance, the Palm dial, which may have elicited laughs upon its release, now commands higher prices, proving its value over time. Condition is consistently a contributing factor to elevated prices, especially in the vintage market. Unpolished examples with clean dials and well-maintained bracelets naturally fetch higher prices than those in inferior condition. Given that the Datejust's frequent buying and selling patterns, it stands out as a watch that is easy to enter and exit the market. This characteristic implies that selling it down the line is a seamless process, especially if you find yourself not wearing it as much or if you decide to upgrade to a more luxurious timepiece later. It is also worth mentioning that if you're patient, the Datejust is likely one of the more accessible Rolex watches to obtain at retail, although the specific combination you desire may take some time to find. Classic versus contemporary versus modern vintage. Now, let us explore the vintage, modern, and the intermediary category we refer to as neo-vintage. These classifications extend beyond the Datejust and apply to other watches. Vintage Datejusts hold a special appeal for enthusiasts seeking a touch of romantic nostalgia. The allure lies in the desire for a patina and a vintage glow, capturing a piece of Rolex's illustrious history. However, embracing vintage watches comes with inherent challenges. It is crucial to purchase from a reputable seller, ensure the movement is functional, and keep time and budget for potential repairs. The popularity of Datejust facilitates easy access to replacement parts. Additionally, attention to condition is vital, with caution needed regarding features like tropical dials, which might signal past moisture damage. Checking for unpolished edges and bevels on the case and lugs is also essential. Modern Datejusts cater to those prioritizing advanced technology and reliability over vintage charm. Rolex has been consistently refining its designs to create the perfect daily watch, and modern Datejusts embody these cumulative improvements. While sacrificing the romantic allure of vintage aesthetics, modern models offer superior functionality. On the other hand, neo-vintage watches often go overlooked, residing between the classic charm of vintage pieces and the contemporary appeal of modern designs. This oversight, however, presents an opportunity for savvy buyers to explore where others may not be looking. Deals can be found in this category, allowing enthusiasts to acquire a quality timepiece at an attractive price. Familiarize yourself with the available choices. It is essential to use filters to narrow down and discover the ideal Datejust for you. First, consider the size, a crucial aspect with a 5mm gap between the primary options of 36mm and 41mm. While a 38.5mm size may seem ideal due to the same movement used in both, it is important to choose the size that suits your preferences. If you have a smaller or more classic wrist, opt for the 36mm. If you prefer larger watches, go for the 41mm. Next, focus on filtering for case and bracelet material, primarily choosing between steel and two-tone. This decision often depends on personal preference, and you already have a preference in mind. While there is no direct filter option for this, you will also need to choose between the Oyster bracelet and the Jubilee bracelet. Consider factors like appearance, feeling, and durability. The Oyster bracelet exudes a classic sporty vibe, while the Jubilee bracelet, designed for the Datejust launch, offers a dressier alternative with a more precise fit. When deciding on your bezel, choose between a smooth or fluted option. This decision typically aligns with your preference for a sportier or dressier look. Some people opt for a cohesive approach, matching the Oyster bracelet with a smooth bezel or the Jubilee bracelet with a fluted bezel. Seeking Datejust alternatives. Discussing the competition, our objective today is to identify alternative daily wear watches that can rival Datejust. We will swiftly go through a variety of options, beginning with Cartier. The Tank and Santos are classic choices, with the Santos offering a sportier vibe and the Tank leaning towards a more formal look. If you are not particularly drawn to Rolex but desire a symbol of quality, Cartier is a compelling alternative. IWC introduces contenders like the 36mm Pilot, an excellent choice for those seeking increased visibility or enthusiasts of aviation. While the JLC Reverso may lean towards a dressier style, it shares a similar price range with the Datejust and has stood the test of time, offering variety within the Reverso family. For those who appreciate details and a unique touch, Grand Seiko is a notable contender. The craftsmanship and ethos align with Rolex, making it a comparative choice in terms of crafting an exceptional daily wear watch. From Rolex's stable, alternatives like the Explorer 1 and the Oyster Perpetual are worth considering. These models retain the essence of Rolex with a slightly different flavor, making them suitable for those who prefer a dateless dial or a slightly more robust design than the Datejust. Omega, although a significant competitor for Rolex, doesn't have models directly comparable to the Datejust. Instead, Tudor, a sibling brand, offers options like the Tudor Black Bay line. While the Pelagos might be too chunky and rugged for direct comparison, the Black Bay line, available in many sizes including 37mm, 39mm, and 41mm, provides an alternative that is slightly more affordable and accessible. The new 37mm Black Bay 54 captures a vintage size and feels like the Datejust, maintaining the solid build quality that defines Tudor's brand identity. What are your thoughts on the practical tips you need to know before buying Rolex Datejust we shared in this video? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comments section. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.